It's TheGearTester here, and in this video we are going to be torture testing the Viking Tactics polymer flashlight mount. I've got a Surefire G2 LED light in there. It's one of the older lights. I've had that for a number of years, and I've owned the mount that you see here, this Viking Tactics mount, for about a year. Ran it mostly on my AR-15 handguard, but today we're going to be running it here on the Ultimac AK rail, and that is going to be directing a lot of heat. We're going to be firing 180 rounds, that's 6 30-round mags through this AK-74, and we will see if we can get this thing to melt or fall apart or come off. All right, let her loose. So we're shooting somewhere here with the AK-74, and so far we put 90 rounds through, and the flashlight, the Viking Tactics mount, has not come off, and like I expected, the Ultimac rail has not become loose in any way. Got a fourth shooter rocking away with the AK-74, and the Viking Tactics flashlight mount is holding up really well. As you can see, the Viking Tactics light mount held up really well, and I'm impressed with it. I really didn't think that that was going to happen. I thought it would probably melt or at least deform a little bit, but I haven't had to tighten it up at all. 180 rounds went through it in rapid succession that you just saw, and I'm really impressed with this polymer light mount. Now, there's one thing to point out here. I'm running my Aimpoint Comp M4S on this because the Viking Tactics light mount gets in the way of my sights. If I can show you that there. Gets in the way of being able to see my back sight to my front sight. So this would not be a good way to run this light on an AK. Much better to mount it here on the side, but it was a great way of testing it, and it held up, and I'm impressed. So you can see there, if it matters to you, I mean, this gives me I would give you the thumbs up to purchase one of these and put it definitely on an AR-15 polymer handguard. Certainly, I think it would hold up. I can't imagine that a standard like a aluminum handguard for an AR-15 that it would get hotter than the Ultimac rail. Maybe you shoot a whole lot more, maybe 300 rounds or something like that really quickly, but for my purposes and uses I would have no problem running this like this if it didn't get in the way of my sights. But Viking Tactics flashlight mount, I think, is pretty bomb-proof. We could do other things. I was really worried about the way heat would affect the polymer, but it hasn't done that. I know I can break this thing off. I know I can throw it, I can light it on fire, I can do stuff to it. But for practical use, I think this has proved to me that the Viking Tactics flashlight mount will hold up to heat, and that was what I was worried about. If you like this video, I would encourage you to subscribe to my channel for more quality video reviews on the topics of shooting, camping, and survival gear. It's TheGearTester here, and in this video we are going to be torture testing the Viking Tactics polymer flashlight mount. I've got a Surefire G2 LED light in there. It's one of the older lights. I've had that for a number of years, and I've owned the mount that you see here, this Viking Tactics mount, for about a year. Ran it mostly on my AR-15 handguard, but today we're going to be running it here on the Ultimac AK